Discount Boards, Heavy Metals out on circuit, 2 heats and a final. Their first race for the day. First man out there on circuit in the number 20 car. Peter Himan, the man from Discount Boards himself. PR Services also involved with that one. And I must say that's a man that's also put his money where his mouth is. Put a car out there on circuit and sponsor the cars as well. Willie says Xavier Bowers. They are one of the main sponsors of today in there alongside him. That's Kwesi Veyers. Sorry, it's not Kwesi Veyers, that's the 47 that is out on circuit. And that's Arno Engelbrecht in the car that's normally campaigned by Kwesi Veyers. That's the second row on the inside. Third row on the inside, the 47 of Tola Trisky. It looks like it's going to be the 99 of Hendrik Vos Sr. that's going to pull in there behind him. Zack Groenewald in the 43. The Neandertoy Racing and Titan Tools sponsored E36 BMW. He'll probably move up to that third row of the grid. The warning flag being held out already for everybody out there on the grid.
Well, that's one way, just to get them to behave themselves by giving them all the warning flags. So, Mr. Discount Boards himself, the man that sponsors this class, Discount Boards and Timber, Peter Himan, leads him into turn number 1 with Germesays. That's there on his outside, followed there by Arno Engelbrecht, then Tola Trusky coming through, Zack Groenewald. On his inside is Hendrik Vos, then the Bargainator Grocery Store. That is Wema van der Merwe with, is that Hans Swart? Yes, it is. Hans Swart, that's in there as well. He sits right there on his outside as they work their way out of turn number 2, out the Wyntuin corner. The flag goes down, and away they go. As they work their way down into turn number 1, through turn number 1 they come now. It's Peter Himan, and right in there behind Himan we have got Willie Germesays running around the outside of both of them and hitting the lead coming out of turn 2. He's the 43 from the KPL drivers out there in P1, Mr. Zack Groenewald.
Zack doing very, very well to get the gap on Arno and Smith and the rest of the guys as all of them bundle themselves into the pit corner.
Yeah, a big back, second, third, fourth and fifth. Look at that, having a look around the outside. It's Hans Swart. Hans Swart on the outside of the Discount Boards car of Peter Himan. Also coming through there is Wema van der Merwe Sr. Wema's worked his way through very neatly. He's up into that 4th position. Willie Germesays got himself stuck in there behind Peter Himan. Now it's Francois Smith that's having a look around on that outside line. And he'll go up into that 5th position, Frankie, as they go down the back main.
Yeah, there's a lovely fight for 2nd, 3rd and 4th. Never mind Zack that's disappearing down the highway. It is Engelbrecht, followed there by Van der Merwe, Hans Swart and Francois Smith losing the track slightly there. Francois putting in there behind Hans once again, followed there by Peter Himan. Willie Germesays coming through as well, and Tola Trusky sits there just behind Vos as they work their way out of turn number 2, the Wyntuin corner.
Arno doing very, very, very well to absorb all the pressure coming from behind, with Wema sitting right behind him as there's a move in the back of the pack.
Having a look around the outside of, Arno Engelbrecht just got nibbled on the right-hand front wheel as he got passed by the Bargainator car, the SA1 title holder, going right around the outside. Arno Engelbrecht holding on to that third. Now he's got Francois Smith that's in there behind him. Hard on the brakes, turns it in nice and tight, but it's a Swart that's come to play as well. Hans Swart has not been racing for a period of time. He came back with a little BMW of his at the last race event, and he's acquitted himself exceptionally well up into the top 5.
Groenewald working his way into turn number 1. Here comes Wema van der Merwe in 2nd, and Arno Engelbrecht losing the tail end of that 47. Full course yellow flag comes out. Full course yellow flag coming out there for the 47 that spun off the snap change BMW of Arno Engelbrecht, and the clerk of the course has got the red flag and he's walking down onto the circuit.
I think not too impressed. Arno Engelbrecht getting the snap change 47 car back out there onto the circuit. The red flag, I think, is going to be coming out. Single file is the board that's been held on the start-finish line. So Zack Groenewald up, dusted and disappeared. Did a brilliant job in that second position, coming from quite a long way back. The bargainator himself, the SA1 title holder, Wim van der Merwe, in that third position, well, up to third position is a Francois Smit, but I think the yellow flag probably being brought out for the contact between himself and Arne Engelbrecht, and that quite possibly going to be him that's going to be maybe just removed to the back of the pack.
Yeah, the 80 picking up the 47. I just saw the 47 still come out, but it looks like the 80. Yes, he picked up the 47. And Francois Smit turned him around, and the clerk of the course says, remove yourself, sir, to the back of the field if you don't mind, and then you can rejoin the race from the back of the pack.
There was a phone picked up and brought to us here by the commentary box. If you can tell us exactly what is on the front page as you switch the phone on, it's yours.
If you can't tell us what's on the front page, it's not yours.
I think Gavin says it's his.
Yeah, all right, here we go. So it's going to be pretty interesting to see what's going to happen from here on out. Linus turn, it's going to be Zack Groenewald from Wim van der Merwe, two top car driver combinations. Hans Swart, Frankie, what can you say about this man? Haven't seen him for a good I don't think we've seen him at all since racing started again post COVID-19 total restriction, and he's come back with a far improved game plan to what he had before.
To my knowledge, he hasn't been in the Western Cape. I think he's been out of the province working there for a long time, and he is back home again. And back home, as in the Western Cape, has given us a thumbs up, showing exactly that's the way it is. And he is so glad to be back home in the Western Cape province, and to be able to race here at his home circuit, Mega Oval Worcester.
So a somewhat irritated Francois Smit at the back end of the pack, having done so much work to get to where he was. Unfortunately making contact with a snap change car there at the exit of the Vaintain corner. The green flag is gets us going, and Zack Groenewald, wake up, Mr. Number One, pulls it a nice gap between himself and the rest of the pack. Wim van der Merwe in second, Arne Engelbrecht reinstated to that third position, Hans Swart in fourth, bit of a gap back to the Bredderville Truck Centre discount boards car of Peter Himman, and he is in close attendance there with Ruan Jordan right on his back bumper.
Groenewald working his way down the home straight and into turn number one. Running away there from Wim van der Merwe in that second place. Arne Engelbrecht sits out there in P3. He's been hassled heavily there by the 33 of Hans Swart as they go down the back main. Then it's Peter Riemann. Right behind him is the number 8 of Ruan Jordan. Jordan sitting out there just behind Riemann, and Willie Germeshuis being overtaken there, or attempted overtake on the outside of him there by Hendrik Vos, and right in there behind him is the 695 of Harvey Smit.
I have not seen many people drive away from what's his name?
SA1 title holder Wim van der Merwe.
Sorry about that. I have not seen many people drive away from Wim. Zack Groenewald is driving away from Wim at the moment, doing very well to keep that lead and the gap alive. In third place you got Arno, which also hasn't driven much recently, and then that BM was raced on Wednesday by Kosi and he won it. So that's a very good call. So Arno is not a very bad driver at all. In fourth position is Hans Swart. Hans Swart also doing very well. I haven't seen him so far up in a long time.
Well, he hasn't done much racing apart from the last race event that we saw him here, but definitely must have done some homework on that motor car, because it's very quick out there, and he's actually rubbing the back bumper of Arne Engelbrecht. So Peter Himman discount boards in the 20 car down into the braking markers, and he's got Francois Smit, sorry, that's the 8 car, that's Ruan Jordan, that was trying to come around the outside, and in behind that, the next of the CV bonus cars, that's the 100 of Willie Germeshuis. In there behind that, a man that's just had a birthday, the 695 of Harvey Smit.
But the leader working his way down the back main. It's a lonely lead there for Zack Groenewald as he puts a lap there on Francois Smit. Hendrik Vos Jr. moving right out the way and allowing Zack to come through. He starts his final lap. Wim van der Merwe coming through on his last lap as well, but here's a fight. Here's a fight for that third place between Arnu, Engelbrecht, and Hanswat. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There's about 7 of them wrecked and stuck as the flag comes out for Groenewald in P1. Second will go to Van der Merwe Carry, but that fight for third is not done yet.
Yeah, Arne Engelbrecht going one-on-one there with Hans Swart. Hans touching the wall. Arne Engelbrecht from Peter Himan from Villicamer says. And then I do believe it was Ruan Jordan just ahead of the birthday man, Harvey Smith. And then behind that, the 99 of Hendrik